Hi, I'm Andy Gole, president of Bombadil. I'm a sales consultant and trainer. I developed the urgency-based selling system to deal with the myriad of selling and sales management problems you face every day. Let's take a look at one of these problems. The parole officer scam. It's 1976, it's Berkeley, California. I'm running a pizza parlor and a young man comes in to apply for a job as a delivery man. We have an interview, we decide it's not a fit, no harm, no foul, and this young man offers to give me some wisdom. He says to me, "Would you like to learn how to work a parole officer?" Now, I was a pretty young fellow at the time. I had my whole life ahead of me, and I could see where this was valuable information. So I said, "Yeah, sure, teach me how to work a parole officer." He said, "You know, I just got out of prison, and when you get out of prison, you get assigned a parole officer. Though the first time you go in, you look like a schlump. You sit slumped in the chair, you talk garbled, you have a ripped shirt, your hair is long, you have an uncut beard, and you look terrible." And the parole officer has a clipboard, and he's writing on the paper on the clipboard, "Bum." You come back a month later, now you sit up straight in the chair, your shirt is neat, you cut your hair. The month after that, you cut your beard. The month after that, you have a job. And the parole officer is writing on the clipboard at the very end, "Reintegrating into society, dismissed." And then this fellow looks me in the eye and says, "And now you're ready to pull your next bank job." And that's the parole officer scam. Now, you might find that amusing, but it isn't amusing when folks do that to us in business. Let me give you an example of what the parole officer looks like in business. Let's say you're trying to sell me. You've been calling on me for years and I've never given you a stick of business or let you get anywhere near business. But I'm not so sure that the person from whom I'm buying, the incumbent supplier, is giving me a good price. So I want to check the pricing. I want to invite you in now to check the pricing. If I call you up and I say to you, "Listen, I'm never going to give you a stick of business, but I'd like you to spend 10 hours putting together a proposal so that I could beat the living hell out of the incumbent," I don't think that's going to motivate you, is it? But how about if I do the following? I call you up and say, "Hey, I know you've been trying to sell me for a period of time, and I'm sorry. I really haven't given you a fair shake because you know I've got my incumbent supplier who's done a good job for me. But something's gone wrong in the last 6 months. He doesn't respond. He doesn't respond to my phone calls in a timely way. There are unexplained charges on the invoices. The service isn't what it used to be. And I've heard great things about you in the marketplace. Can I invite you to come in and analyze my needs and give me a proposal? I bet you like the sound of that better." So you do the analysis, you give me the proposal, and I take your proposal and I beat the living hell out of the incumbent. That's the parole officer scam applied when buyers buy. What do you do about that? Would you like to know? Give me a call.